over here. Okay, good. Alrighty, so just coming to your mat and feet hip distance apart and parallel, shoulders back, head in line with your spine, soft knees, soft hips, and we'll just come nice big circles. And breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Good. So just bringing your awareness to your shoulders, feeling those shoulder blades moving around on the back body, opening up through the armpits, upper chest. And then we're going to bring one arm up and one arm down. So feeling that nice squeezing action between the shoulder blades and chest. Feeling opening up through the front of the chest also. And just thinking about your breath, breathing into that rib cage all the way around, breathing into the belly. And as you exhale, navel to spine. Good. And down. And then we're going to do our conductor arms and really get that up and back moving too. So really getting that rib cage opened up. This is really good for your posture. You've been sitting at a desk or just general posture. Strengthens your whole arm. Getting that upper part going good. And then we're going to put our hands on our head and we're just going to come over to that armpit. Really, really feel the stretch up and inhaling over, exhale, navel and spine, coming back, inhaling over, but also using the side muscles of the rib cage to bring you back to. So think about that armpit area. Really using those upper muscle armpit and making some space in that armpit area, breathing into it. Good. And turn. Little twist. So really feeling the same, feeling crossing over. So abdominal muscles and exhale, inhale side, exhale back to center, and really think about pulling that navel in and tucking it under, and also using those muscles right up side of the ribs and into the armpits too. Good. And back to center, bringing those arms up, and just a nice rolling them out. And then just a nice back crawl, stretching those fingers and getting that whole rib cage mobile. Moving it right into the sides, front and back, and then we'll do a front crawl, getting shoulders, rib cage. Excellent. Okay, and then we're going to do spine. So we're going to just sit back, hands on the thighs. So we're going to do cat-cow. So feeling that strengthening and stretch from tailbone to the top of the head. And then roll yourself back up, roll your shoulders back, and bring your head in line with the spine. And then we're going to just bend straight down, just loosening up through the knees and the ankles, feeling that stretch through the back of the calves, along the shin bones, loosening up through the ankles, And then we'll bring one foot forward and the other. And then you can just do your opposite hands to opposite feet. And lengthen the tailbone to the top of the head. Okay. And then come up onto the balls of the feet. Good. We're just loosening up through the ankles and feet. You feel some creaks. Okay. And then we'll try some squats. There's a bit more room there now. So just check that your feet are parallel. Feeling that weight behind the big toe and out of heel. And we'll sit back. Nice strong arms. To stretch those fingers apart. Pressing into those feet. Sending those sits bones back. And navel to spine, tucking that navel up and under the ribs. Feeling those gluteals working. Thighs just going as far down feels comfortable for you. Good. And then we're just going to hinge from the hips, just hinging forward. Still working those gluteals, stretching out those hamstrings. A little bit of a stretch. Feeling those sits bones sending back. Good. And then we'll just kick the buttocks. Stretching out those quadriceps. Okay. And then we're going to, those feet parallel, we're going to come straight up onto the balls of the feet. And you can lift your arms up over the head to really lengthen, navel the spine. Really stretching up, breathing into that rib cage, armpit area, belly. And strengthening those lower legs. And getting a nice big lengthening, shoulders down. Relax those shoulder blades down on your back. Good. And then we'll come straight back. So just stretching out those calf muscles and shins. Using those. You can even think about inner thighs. So as you press, think about pressing through the feet, using that whole leg, feeling the glutes, tucking that navel up, and even using that rib cage area, arms, so whole body, and really lengthen nice and tall. Good. And just stretch. Pinching the hips. Using those gluteal muscles. And we're going to go back to just lifting up those two heels. And if you like, you can put those arms up, stretch through the fingers, relax the shoulder blades down, tuck the navel in, really lengthen, breathe into those ribs. If you want to put your palms together, you can, or just do parallel. And really lengthen that tailbone to the top of the head. Remember those shoulders relax down. Good. And then we'll just do a little hinge. Good. And good. Buttocks. Great. So now we're just going to do a little bit more strengthening for the hips. We did this last week. It's a really good balancing exercise as well as strengthening. So feet parallel, and we're going to start with our hands on our hips. We're going to tip to the side and lift the other foot up and flex it, and then put our arms out, and we're going to lift and lower. So don't let, if you need to put your foot down, you can, but if you don't have to, then it makes it a little bit harder. So really lengthen on that standing leg, feeling all those muscles through that leg, strengthening. So this is excellent for the hip joint, all the small muscles, stabilizing that joint and getting some strengthening through the legs and arms as you're balancing. And kind of a tip, the more you can tip, the more you get more balance and more strengthening. Good, and come on down, with a little shimmy. And then we'll switch to the other side, grow taller on that standing leg, lift out to the side, and lift your arms up and down. Good. So nice deep breathing, navel to spine, feeling that weight through your foot. You can kind of grab onto the mat a bit, so using that arch of your foot even to hold you there, and feel that balancing, tipping over to the side, and that nice strengthening through the leg outer, so your both sides, so the side we're lifting and lowering, you feel that outside, and then the stabilizing hip, all the small muscle, and through the whole leg. Good, okay. Give it a good shake. Okay, and then we'll just tip forward and back, stretching out those hamstrings. Okay, so we're just going to do a little kick back. So we're just going to kick straight back, actually navel to spine, so using those hamstrings and glutes, just straight back. And so you can hold on to the waist if you want. You can do same side as your legs going back. Get a nice stretch and lengthen. We usually do opposite sides, so sometimes it's nice to do same side and get a bit more of a reach and stretch. Good. And back to center. And just changing, stretching out and the hamstrings. Great. Okay. A little bit of arms here before we go down. Just have to drink a little bit of water. Okay. Great. So we're going to use our hands up, palms towards each other, and then we're going to lift up, and then we're going to turn our palms out and come down. Turn your palms towards each other and lift up, turn them out and come down. But I really want you to spread those fingers apart and really use, like as if you're press, 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 turn, press, 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 and press, 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 press. So really feeling, using the biceps and triceps, and also the feeling the strengthening through the full arms. Nice deep breathing, keep hip distance apart, soft knees, soft hips. Breathing into the rib cage and belly. And we'll just do 2 more. Good, and give them a good shake. Okay, do our circles. So this is something you can do at home if you don't have weights. That's good for strengthening the whole arm. So you can do about 15 rounds in each direction. So we'll switch to back. Nice deep breathing, soft knees, soft hips. Lengthen tailbone to the top of the head. And palms forward. And back. You can even go up to 20 or 25, so just working your way up. And palms up. Need to be in my video. And shake it out. Good. Okay, let's come on down to the floor. See how I can do this one. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. All right. Come on down to the floor. We'll start on our side. So if you want to stack your hips, stack your ankles, and stack elbows straight down from the shoulder. Spread your hands apart, head in line with your spine. And we're just going to lift up and lower. So again, just using that rib cage, feeling right into the armpit area there, getting that mobility. So these are all muscles to help to keep the spine aligned and strength for your core body. Okay, so we're going to lift up. We're nice and straight. We're going to come up and press into the lower hips. And we're going to stretch your top leg out and lift and lower. I'm going to push this back a little bit. Okay. There. Sorry. Just keep lifting and lowering. And good. So we're up and lower. Okay. Turn it this way. There we go. That's better. Okay, and then come on down. And then we're going to press with that bottom arm. Come on over and into mermaid pose. And then back down. And then we're going to lay on our side. Put our hand underneath our head. Make a little pillow for ourselves. And we're going to bend the bottom leg. Straighten up the top leg. And we're going to lift and lower. But bring that waist away from the floor. So you're using those same muscles. And you're only going to come up as far as you can keep the waist away. So if your waist drops down, you can lift your leg up, but if you keep your waist up, you can only go, so you really isolate those muscles at the side. Good. And then we're going to point the toe and do circles. Put your hand in front if you like. Relax your head. And we'll circle back. Lift that waist away. Nice deep breathing, move the spine. Breathing into the ribs and the chest. And then we'll flex our foot and bring it forward and back. Good. And then we're going to bring that one in front and just get that, tap that hip out. And then we'll straighten our bottom leg. We're going to flex. We're going to flex the foot toe towards the ceiling. And this knee here can be in front, and we're going to lift and lower. Good. And if you flex the big toe towards the ceiling, getting a little bit, turning it a little bit, and a bit more in that inner thigh. And then keep that waist away from the floor. And I'm going to point the toe and do circles. Nice deep breathing. And then pause and circle in the opposite direction. Put that waist away from the floor, shoulders back, head in line with your spine. Good, and drop that down. And then I'll switch over to the other side. So we're going to do our bridge, side bridge. So elbow straight down from your shoulder, spread those fingers apart, hips stacked, knees stacked, and ankles stacked. Arm up, we're going to lift and lower. Just checking in on that, breathing into the rib cage, feeling that nice strengthening through the side body, opening up through the armpit, chest. Okay, so we'll hold and lift up. And then if you like, you can bring your leg back and lift and lower. Head in line with your spine. Good, and then bring that in, drop it down, and come up into mermaid. Come on over. And then we're going to come right down on our side, making a pillow for yourself, stretching out, bending the bottom knee, pull that waist away from the floor, and you can have your arm here or here, and we're just going to lift and lower. So you can't go very far. If you're going way up here, then you're not lifting your waist away from the floor. You're really targeting side and back out of the hips. Nice long spine, getting that working in the armpit area there and waist. And I'm going to point our toe and circle. A bit more room. Get my head cut off. and then circle in the opposite direction. Pull that waist away, nice deep breathing. And then we're going to forward and back. Nice deep breathing, waist away. Good, and we'll come down and give that a tap out. And then lean that leg down. We're going to stretch out the bottom leg, turn your toe towards the ceiling. And I think if I go a bit right, okay, you can see my top foot. So that toe is flexed down. We're going to do lift and lower. Oh, sorry, we're doing the bottom leg. Sorry, that leg out. The toe is flexed up and lift and lower. So big toe towards the ceiling. Pull that waist away. Nice deep breathing. Head in line with your spine. Relax the top shoulder, page, and I'm going to stop and just circle. So circle the bottom foot blade. And then pause and switch direction. And down, good. And then we're going to come on over onto our, this way, onto our backs. Arms down at your sides, knees bent. Just come this way a little bit, okay? So we're just going to press with our feet and just let our back come in and out. So just the lower back's going onto the floor as we press our feet, do a little pelvic tilt, and then release and it comes off. So just a nice rock. And then you'll find that your head is rocking, so it's just a nice little relaxation, getting energy flowing along the spine. Right. Okay. So feet hip distance apart, arms down at your side at a 45-degree angle, and press with those feet. Lift the hips up, keep the buttocks tight, and we're going to protect the lower back, you're going to breathe into the rib cage and the chest. If that bothers your neck at all, just sink the breastbone down, just to relax the neck. And we're going to lift up onto the balls of the feet. If it's too much doing both feet at the same time, you can do one and then the other. So keeping the hips up and just lift and lower. Feeling that strengthening through the back body and nice stretch through the front body. Good. And then down, and then we're just going to lift and lower fronts just to stretch out those calf muscles and stretch out along the shins. Good. And then we're going to just slowly lower. We're going to bring first for just one vertebra at a time, lengthen that spine down and the hips down. Good. The next one we're going to do is just lift up and just inhaling and exhaling. So just hinging at the hip. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a hip hinge once we're up into our bridge pose. So just getting the motion. So inhaling, lifting the leg, exhale, down. Good. The other thing is when our leg is up, we're using the body to hold us there. So when we lift the left leg up, we're press into the floor with your right foot and your left shoulder. And we'll lift the right leg up, press into the left leg and right shoulder. Sorry, I said that wrong. So lift the left leg up, press into the right leg and left shoulder, and lifting up the right leg, pressing into the left leg and right shoulder. So feel that opposite pressing and that crossover. So using the lower part of the body and upper part for that crossover. You feel that. So really press in with the foot and the opposite shoulder as we do this. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to roll ourselves up. Sink that breastbone down to relax the neck, tight buttocks. We're going to press into the left leg and right shoulder and lift the right leg up. And then put that down, press into the right leg and left shoulder, lift the left leg up. And then we're going to press that into the left leg and right shoulder, lift the right leg up. So just continuing, pressing through the opposite and using those muscles. And these are the muscles we use while we're walking. So we're doing the opposite leg and opposite arm and strengthening those muscles, really pressing in with that opposite leg and opposite upper rib cage and shoulder area. Good. And down. Great. And slowly roll down. Bring your knees into your chest and just rock side to side. And then we'll just finish with some abdominal work. So we're going to just make sure you stretch, nice long stretch. We're going to just bring the right knee into your chest and stretch the left leg out. And then we're just going to switch. Switch, 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 switch. And bring both in. If you want to make it a little harder, we're going to tuck our chin in and bring our up to our shoulder. Just at the edge of our shoulder blades. And we're going to do the same thing. We'll switch, switch, switch. Lower abs, just above the pubic bone. You feel that also nice pressing down through the sacrum to exhaling. Good. And then back down, roll down. Then we're going to bring your hands behind your head, elbows out to the side, interlace your fingers, bring your elbows up so you can see them. Peel that upper back off the floor, and then we'll do a twist. So using all the glute muscles, you stretch out, navel to spine, tucking that chin in, tuck the neck. That bothers your neck, the upper back, just come on down. And then bring both in, lower the head and hands and lower the feet. Just bring your knees in and just rock your head side to side and rock your knees side to side. Good. And then we're going to go this way. Bring your legs straight up and put your hands underneath your hips. And we're going to keep the legs stuck together. And then we're just going to circle. And that circling is coming from the hips and abdomen. So just feeling like your feet are stuck in a paint pan. And we're going to go really slow, or a bucket of honey. And really feel those lower abs work. So really bring your concentration to pelvic floor muscles, the lower abs, pulling right in, right above the pubic bone, and across the pelvis. Nice and slow. Slower the better. And then I'll switch direction. Nice deep breathing. And the breathing passage open, breathing into that whole rib cage all the way around. Breathing into the belly, into the spine as you exhale. And then bring that in and bring them down. We're going to do a roll up. So we're going to bring our hands behind our head. You can knuckle thumbs interlocked, or you can stretch your hands up. Tuck our chin in, and we're going to roll ourselves up. And then bring our hands behind and roll up to sitting. And then we're going to do kind of sit back. Maybe that's better this way. Okay. We're going to balance on those sit bones and stretch one leg and the other. If that bothers your back, you can tuck your back in, otherwise you can lengthen. We're just balancing on those sit bones. And if you want, you can bring both legs up, flex the feet, and stretch. And if you want, you can bring your hands out. And bring them back in. down, cross your legs, and come forward, stretching out across the hips. And then walk your way back up. And we're just going to do our, let's see what we got here. Okay, roll, peeling ourselves off the wall. So hands out in front and make them from tailbone to the top of the head. Bring our chin towards our chest. And take a nice deep breath here. And then roll ourselves back onto the wall, and through that spine, and up. Inhale, lengthen, bring chin to chest, and slowly roll yourself down. And take a couple deep breaths here. And roll ourselves back up again. And then we'll do the spread legs. So we're going to do the same thing. But we're going to do opposite, we're going to go to opposite feet. So we're going to straight up, turn, and bring baby finger to baby toe, peeling ourselves off the wall, and then roll ourselves back up. And then change baby finger to baby toe, and then roll ourselves back up. And turn baby finger to baby toe, and then roll ourselves back up. And turn baby finger to baby toe, roll ourselves back up. And again, feeling those whole trunk, and bend down together, and then coming to seated. Okay, get the idea of this. All right, back a little bit. Wonderful. Okay. So we're just going to finish with our neck, just giving us the yawns, just checking in on that neck. So just thinking about nodding from right where the head sits on the first two cervical spine, just more for mobility. And then we're going to go side to side again, just a little, it's not like a stretch, it's just more of a mobility. Checking in on that upper part of the neck. And then we're going to go side to side, just doing a little tip with our chin. We're making a little smile. And checking in on that. Good. Great. Okay, so we're going to do our shoulders forward, up, and back, forward, up, and back. And do a nice big stretch. We'll finish with our hands back, behind, crossing behind, and pinch shoulder blades together. And then come forward, drop the head down, relax the head. And when we come up, we're going to think about bringing our head back from the very base of the neck. So as we come up, we're going to keep our chin tucked in, and we're going to bring our head up right from that base, and then release the arms and shoulders. Good. I'll just finish off with 3 deep breaths. And turn the opposite direction. Bring in that positive energy. Sunshine, beautiful day. Get outside and go for a nice walk. Thank you very much. I'll just put it on gallery view so I can see everybody. Okay.
Thank you, Mona.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mona. That was tough this morning. That was killer on the legs.
We're going to see everybody. Okay, there we go. Oh, good. Sorry about that. I went to the living room.
Don't apologize.
Actually, started, and then I